Hey Farmall80, this is a response vid to your little Briggs video that you put up a while back, I guess. This is a book I sent you a personal message about and what have you on YouTube. I really doubt I'm going to be able to get this down where you can see any of it, but anyway, it's a service manual or owner's manual for that Model 5, I believe. Take a look through here and see what we got. Maintenance section, operator section, general information, parts section. It's got all kind of stuff in there about that thing. I found this somewhere or another at one time and decided to keep it. I really hadn't done any engine work or anything since 95 is when I rebuilt that 5S that I had, but I really hadn't done anything since then with it. But you know, here it talks about just the regular old costing stuff, you know, stuff like don't grab a hold of the muffler when the engine's running and common sense stuff like that and all that good stuff. And here's a diagram of the 4-stroke or 4-cycle process, the intake stroke, compression stroke, power stroke, and exhaust stroke. Just so general common sense information about how those engines run. And there's a pictorial there. I don't know, that kind of looks like what yours is, I believe. There's a fuel tank there. I don't know, I don't think yours had that on there, but I wouldn't worry about it because those things are probably a dime a dozen on eBay. And I know that you can still get a bunch of that stuff and what have you. I'm looking on here to see if there's a fuel shutoff valve up here and what have you on the fuel shutoff valve filter assembly. This right here is a high-speed valve adjustment. It's not a fuel cutoff. It's when you get this thing running up in high RPMs and it's, you know, jumping around, missing and everything else, sometimes you can adjust that screw out and it'll run smooth at high speed. That's what that is. And this other one up here, well, you won't be able to see it, but it's on the other side of the carburetor. That's the idle screw. That'll be, you know, adjust your idle out and what have you. And this right here is just kind of like a curb idle set, you know, what have you. But anyway, it's just a pictorial and everything on that one. And I'll turn the page here. Well, wait a minute, there it talks about oil, let's see, SAE 20 non-detergent, or in cold environments you may want to use 10, I believe is what it's saying. And let's see, just some maintenance section, engine trouble chart. Let's see, you know, turn some pages. There's a breakout, okay, disassembling the engine. Hell, it ain't okay. I need to get me another camera. This, or maybe it's my skill. Hell, I don't know. One of the others got to go. Okay, to disassembly the engine. Basically, it just tells you, you know, step-by-step numbered instructions how to disassemble the engine in a logical order, I assume. But that's always what I went by, and it kind of, after a while, you learn it, and it kind of works out pretty good. And what have you. There's another fuel breakdown of the fuel filter and bowl and shutoff valve and all that. And there's a breakdown on the flow jet carburetor, a fuel system and what have you more. There's flow jet adjustment and what have you. There's alright, okay, here we go. That thing you was asking about on YouTube on your vid is a speed adjusting nut, is what that is. That sets just basically a thumb screw control for your speed setting, kind of like a throttle or what have you. I don't know if yours has a governor. I'm assuming it does if it has that, but what have you. And also, let's see here. Turn this thing around. Hell, get me dizzy and everybody else. Alright, this right here, and I noticed on yours it's missing the governor, the air vane governor. That's this part right here. Hell, this part right here. And like I say, those parts that you're missing, I think I wouldn't worry about them too much because they're a dime a dozen on eBay, I'd imagine, still, what have you. Another breakdown of the throttle carb assembly and all this and that. And let's see here, it goes into governor adjustment, spark plug gap, removing the flywheel, setting the points, let's see, point gap, which is 20 thousandths on this one. Yeah. Anyway, 20 thousandths, and there's a picture of that armature. And like I say, that's probably another one of them items that you could find somewhere on eBay pretty quick. And basically driving the oil seals and what have you, replacing oil seals, valve clearances, cold, hot, crankshaft, cylinder head bolt tightening information or torque information, camshaft and cam gear removal, piston rod. Is just, you know, a whole bunch of stuff there. I could go on. Alright, here's something you may be interested in. There's part numbers, factory part numbers for all these parts and what have you on this 5. Another thing, when I rebuilt mine, some of the gaskets I couldn't get, and that was in 1995, so you may be able to, you may have trouble finding this base gasket. Tell you what I ended up doing, I went down to the local auto parts store and got me some gasket paper and made one. Took me about 10 minutes. Hell, it's pretty easy, what have you. So there's that. There's that piston ring. This shows over, I don't even know why I do this. That it's not, they can't read anything on this thing. Anyway, what have you, it shows 10 oversized piston, 20, 30, and what have you, and the part numbers for the oversized rings, oil ring, compression ring, scraper ring, and all that. There's a 1 to 39 gear reduction breakout, and parts and gaskets, numbers on the breakouts. Let's see here. Here's some more. Basically, it has to do with air intake, carburetor intake system. There's a fuel breakout, the blower housing assembly, what have you. Like I say, if you see something here, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get the clarity on these pages with this camera, what have you. But just send me a email or postage. Boy, I tell you, I'm out of it today. Personal message on there, and I'll try to get back with you pretty quick and all that good stuff. Here's something that, here's a recoil assembly starter. I didn't know they had those on there, but anyway, hell, I'm at 727 numerical part list, and it just goes on and on. Parts section. Turn this. Hell, I ain't gonna be able to get a hold of the page here. Choke rod assembly, all that good stuff. Let's see. And all it's the same. This is the same stuff, just part numbers. Boy, those pages are slick. Let's see, hell, okay. This place for memos. That's all that is, just part numbers. But anyway, I'm gonna get off this thing and put it up on YouTube. Maybe you'll get something out of this. I don't know. Like I say, if you see anything in there that you need, well, let me know, and I'll try to take a better picture of it, or email you the information, or you know, something like that. But anyway, I guess I'll hear from you later. Take care.